silver, which is having a golden time because silver is now trading above 1 lakh rupees per kilogram. If you are eyeing gold or silver this festive season, brace yourself because gold prices have just hit an all-time high, shooting up by 350 rupees to reach 81,000 per 10 grams in the national capital Delhi. Silver, however, is not far behind, soaring up by 1,500 rupees to touch 1 lakh rupees per kilogram, and that's according to the All India Sarafa Association. If you've been following these trends, you will know this is the 5th straight day of silver's upward streak. It's now sitting pretty at over 1 lakh rupees per kilogram, a big leap from 99,500 just the day before. You might be wondering what exactly is causing this surge. Well, experts say it's all about demand. Silver is especially hot right now due to its growing use in industrial sectors, especially in expanding solar or photovoltaic applications, alongside its traditional role in jewelry and silverware. Gold, on the other hand, continues its steady climb. The 99.5% purity gold spiked 350 rupees to 80,600 rupees per 10 grams, while the purer 99.9% variety closed at 80,650 rupees per 10 grams. But why exactly now? Well, beyond festive buying, it's all about the broader market trends. Bullion traders are pointing to a mix of rising industrial consumption, concerns over global economic growth, especially in China, geopolitical tensions in West Asia, and the fact that global central banks are holding interest rates steady. If you're keeping an eye on gold futures, the December contracts on the MCX or multi-commodity exchange rose 208 rupees to over 78,240 rupees per 10 grams. Silver's futures for December delivery also saw a nearly 1% increase to 98,330 rupees per kilogram. Globally, gold futures touched a new record high of $2,747.10 per ounce during Asian trading hours, while silver inched up nearly 1% to $34.41 per ounce. So what will happen next? Well, this week's focus will be on key economic indicators like the IMF or International Monetary Fund meetings and the durable goods orders in the US, plus any hints from the US Federal Reserve. All of these will play a major role in how bullion prices move in the coming days. All we can say is happy festive shopping, but maybe think twice before emptying your wallets, before getting your hands on that particular piece of jewelry you've been eyeing. And to talk about more, we have a special guest joining us, Mr. Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research at Nirmal Bang with us. Kunal, thank you so much for taking time out. Talk to us. Silver about 1 lakh rupees per kilogram. Is it time to, go slow on gold and then double up on silver?
Yeah, it seems that the overall, on the basis of demand and supply, silver looks relatively much better because this is the metals where from last 10 years, we've not seen any incremental growth rate in the demand side. In the supply side. The supply has remained fairly stagnant, and we've seen the demand rising at a rapid pace. So when you look at the silver overall scenario, supply side scenario, it is quite constrained. 55% of the silver comes from the primary mines, and secondary mines accounts for the 45, that is mainly lead and zinc. We've not seen any significant growth there, but from last 3 years, the difference between demand and supply is as high as 12%. So from last 3 years, silver market is in a huge deficit. And now with this year, Russia also indicating, they want to add up silver in their foreign exchange reserve. It seems a perfect storm for silver market, where we have seen 45% gain in silver prices. So even though with the bouts of correction or profit taking, the overall outlook continues to remain quite optimistic. And I'm of the view that I will not be surprised that due to its near-term overbought scenario, it can go down a tad lower to say 95 or 94,000. But I think the underlying trend continues to remain strong and will remain strong going forward. I'm expecting silver prices to test $40 in the year 2025. By next Diwali, it should be trading somewhere at $40. And on MCX, on India, that should translate into somewhere between 1,15,000 to 20,000.
Kunal, we are heading into the all-important Dhanteras in India, an auspicious time, to buy precious metals, especially gold. But talk to us. Gold is hitting all-time highs on a regular basis now. You know, the prices are so high. So what would be your advice to people getting into the Dhanteras season? You know, should they still go out there and buy gold, or should they, for example, if they have 10 rupees to buy something, should they put like 6, 7 rupees in silver and 3 rupees in gold, or vice versa? How would you do it?
Okay, first of all, like I said, after 35% rise in gold prices, I would recommend somebody who wants to enter in gold right now, enter it with the horizon of 1 year or 1.5, 2 years, rather than entering with a horizon of 3 months. So a lot of people, they tend to make a short-term gains out of this kind of rally. I will not recommend that. So like I said, I'm still very bullish on gold, and I will just mention my reason. The major problem right now in the world is the global central bank's debt. And if you look at the global debt as of all the Western and overall debt which has been created, it's now more than $100 trillion. And out of that $100 trillion, US debt is $36.5 trillion. And in order to service this debt, to pay the interest of this debt at 5% interest rate, US have to put aside $1 trillion. So it's a precarious scenario. It clearly means that going forward, irrespective of where inflation heads, US is going to be very aggressive in cutting their rates. So far the gold trade is mainly dominated by China, Russia, India, and the Asian economies. So now Western investors have lagged behind, and they are likely to catch up going forward. So the speculative demand, the investment demand of gold is going to rise quite exponentially from the West now, because
Right.
they were selling gold from last two
Right.
years. So next year I see gold by next Diwali, uh, $3,000 to $3,100 on
Okay.
COMEX,
Okay.
and in India 85,000 rupees.
Okay, okay, fair enough for helping us understand where gold is headed. But for now, we'll let you go. Thank you so much, Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research, Nirmal Bang, for joining us here on Indian Interest.